So I spent all this money on this really nice camera. I'm gonna vlog with it no matter what. You just can't use the microphone. Problem solved. So we did the bougiest thing ever, and we paid to have our trash cans cleaned professionally, like sanitized. So that's what they're doing right now. I'm so excited to see it. So they have like pressurized sanitization, super hot up there, and then I think they're just doing finishing touches down here. Hey beautiful boo, how much sorope are you gonna drink tonight? Now that I've given up on the Rode microphone for this camera, the thing I need to figure out is how to get myself like actually in frame, right? I'm not used to this focal distance for this camera, but I'll get there. Today I did two things that were super productive. In the morning, I was able to actually get in and do some really hard mathematics and computer science where we took an audio file and we used the first second of the audio file to pull out a noise profile, and then we use that noise profile to reduce the noise across an entire audio file, and then we normalize the audio volume, and then we use that audio file that's been cleaned up to actually detect silence to figure out what % of an audio clip was a person not speaking in. And so we're using this to help analyze the speech of students, which is just a really, really cool idea, right? Like, I love this idea of actually using mathematics for once, because I took a ton of math in high school, took a ton of math in college, and I don't get to use it on a day-to-day basis, so it's very, very nice to come back to that. The second major project that I got into today wasn't really a major project, but it was a bit of a diversion. I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild in Master Mode recently, and so I was browsing online and I found this calculator that where you type in the armor that you have and it gives you exactly what equipment you need or what materials you need to upgrade that armor. And the UX was terrible. Like, you had to click a bunch of times, it wasn't clear what was going on. And so I wanted to use that same data set and build a better version, and I actually did that. So it doesn't look like much, but here is my Breath of the Wild armor calculator. So you've got the list of items that you've got your little shopping list, so all the things that you want. So let's say I have a alien set, whatever. You got a bunch of stats, and then based on what you say, it calculates what you need to actually update those items. So it works pretty well. The UX is much easier than a couple of the others that I've tried. There's been a few out there. Like, this one looks nice, but it's actually very, very bad usability. Like, you have to actually manually click a bunch of things, and it allows you to represent states that don't actually exist, which is just a bad decision. And there's others as well that are just really, really focused on showing lots and lots and lots of information. But what I want is actually really simple. So keeping it simple and keeping it very, very usable, even though it doesn't look the best. The fun part about projects like this that I don't actually get to do in my day-to-day basis is think about, how do I model different systems and different processes? How should I store that in data? How should I propagate data chain throughout my application? How do I render that data to the screen? And I love going through this because I feel like every time I do it, I get a little bit better and a little bit better. And then that makes me better at the next time I do this, or the next time I actually need to do something real for my job. And I capped off the evening watching a TV show called Euphoria from HBO, which it's good, it's all about drugs. It's a little bit like Requiem for a Dream of 2019 so far, which I love Requiem for a Dream, and so I guess I like it, but it's like not fun to watch, so to say. I've done a whole bunch of prep work for the next couple demos with Angular, so I'm really excited to do those, but that's gonna have to wait for another day. Good night.